Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Once Upon a Time, as seen on TV podcast for Once Upon a Time. Season 3, Episode 11, Going Home.
That cat distracted you.
This cat?
Jasper's the host tonight, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, he's the host, I'm his ventriloquist.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay. That works.
Or I'm his ventriloquist dummy, rather.
So that's better,
You said it.
That
we
makes
didn't.
more sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With me we have Omikins,
Hello?
Rachel,
Hello.
Michael,
Hi.
and Clio. Clio over there.
Hello! You did me less because I fired you, wasn't it?
No.
That's the reason, right?
No, I just randomly decided to switch it up. We're going clockwise this time.
Had nothing to do with the fact that I fired you, actually.
No.
I love how you say Jasper and he just looks at you like,
I know.
hi.
Every time I do it, watch. Jasper.
We made a liar out of you.
His ear looked at me. Does that count? Jasper.
Yeah,
Jasper.
Alright. It's turning like, what do you want?
Okay, I don't want you.
Leave me alone,
You can look at the camera now. Go ahead. Yep, there you go. So, how are you guys?
Good.
Well,
I'm putting a bead in my hair.
A bead.
A bead.
I'm rocking in my chair.
At least it's not a bee.
I got scissors.
You're cutting her
I
hair?
should have gotten my scissors between...
I could put my many rings of bling on again.
Your many rings of bling be pimpin'.
Wow, did you see our Hobbit show last night?
Yes, I did see it until I fell asleep.
We have Mrs. Claus here, too, I just realized.
Why did you put the hat on?
It took you this long to freaking notice?
We
Yo,
should have coordinated hats.
I actually just say, let me put all my rings of bling on, and I noticed that my wedding ring is missing.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
It's on top of the microwave. I take it off to do dishes.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, someone's sleeping in the doghouse tonight.
I sleep
You
in the
sleep on the
doghouse
couch.
I don't sleep on the couch every night. I sleep in the doghouse every night. You kidding me?
You don't sleep on the couch every night because I occupied your couch for like 2 days.
Yeah, I know. I actually got to
It was
sleep
2
in my own
nights.
bed for 2 nights.
So,
People are gonna think I don't sleep in my own bed.
you don't. It's okay.
I do.
You know?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. It's
It's
fine.
fine.
We're fine.
Fine.
It's because I actually love Keely. That's why.
Schrader swine.
Mike, she wants to take this opportunity to tell you she's leaving you for Keely.
There, see? 5 rings of bling. I'm the Mandarin. I'm half.
Five rings of bling.
I'm half the Mandarin.
5 rings of bling.
No, I'm so sorry.
I'm like super distracted by my wig right now. I'm sorry.
We're all super distracted. We haven't even started the show. We're already off topic.
Can I just show you though? I'm doing it like Toriel.
Can you say you're wigging out?
I am. How did you know, Mike?
I don't know. I'm just lucky, I guess.
What are we doing again?
I thought we were leaving the puns at home.
All right, we're doing Once Upon a Time.
Oh, you are home.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Once Upon a Time podcast, Season 3, Episode 11, Going Home.
We're just gonna edit that out.
No, we're not. We're just going to pretend it didn't happen and just leave it there.
All right.
So, yeah.
Instead of
So-
pretending things didn't happen. Unlike Dom.
We just came back from Neverland, so whatever we pretend comes true, right?
Sure.
Sure.
Does that work in Storybrooke?
So I can pretend to be a millionaire and then come back and I actually am one.
Yes.
Oh, dear Lord, please.
That'd be nice. Hey, the lotto drawing was 14 minutes ago. I wonder if we won.
Booking a trip to Neverland as we speak. Travelocity does not have tickets to Neverland, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
Damn it.
That might cause a problem. So,
Oh,
very
well,
beginning of this episode, Pan jumps right into starting the curse.
Yeah.
Curse is not designed to kill them. It's designed to make them suffer forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I don't remember which one of you, but one of you guys did call it and say that Felix's heart was going to be. Was it Rachel? Was it Umi?
I think I might have said it. I think we might have all
I
said
think
it.
you both said
I
it.
think we all said it well, except for you, Don. You thought Pongo was
I
going to
didn't
save the
think-
day.
I didn't think she was capable of love, but devotion is a form of love. So
I didn't think Pongo was gonna be the heart that was ripped out. What?
I said he was going to save the day, not. Oh my gosh. I have a nickel. This is an amazing nickel.
I have many rings.
Shiny.
I don't even know.
All right, he tears his heart out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Felix liked that very much.
Nah, Felix did not enjoy that one bit.
I think he enjoyed it less when he crushed it over the well.
Oh yeah.
I think he savored every last moment of it.
feels like death.
Feels like
Oh, it feels like dying.
I think at that moment Felix was like, I don't like you no more.
I
Yeah,
am fire. I am death.
I don't like you.
he was he felt betrayed.
Oh hell yeah.
Years of unquestioning loyalty just to be rewarded with sudden death.
Yeah.
Sudden painful death.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt bad for Felix.
I did too.
He
was
didn't
a
deserve
loyal
that.
dipshit.
He was a loyal dipshit, but he got shafted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
I would have liked to seen what his backstory was, but not gonna happen now.
No.
Hashtag loyal dipshit.
Hashtag loyal dipshit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pan Henry or Henry Pan? I don't know. One of them. I don't
It was
remember which one is which anymore. But one of them
Body first.
hatches a plan.
Body first, soul second.
So, Pan Henry.
Okay, so Pan Henry hatches this plan. And he just shouts it out all willy-nilly out into the world. Like, he doesn't even care.
Oh, wait. Which
No,
Henry
this
are
is-
we talking about?
And then the Shadow overhears it.
No. I'm sorry. I wrote Team Henry, and I meant like Regina and Rumple and
Okay.
them.
So, it was Pan Henry we were talking about. Gotcha.
Yeah, it was Pan Henry.
Yeah,
And Henry.
yes.
Uh,
Oh
The plan is just yelled out into the middle of the open air. They don't care. Like, what is the deal with that?
They don't care. They don't give a fuck.
I don't know. They probably didn't expect that the Shadow would be listening.
It's not like the Shadow went and told Pan. The Shadow.
Yeah, exactly.
How could you not plan that the Shadow's gonna hear everything? The Shadow is the Shadow. It's doing Pan's work. Of course he's gonna be spying on them.
It's also a pretty desperate and limited amount of time thing that they had to do because the curse was coming. They couldn't exactly, shh, we have to be quiet because the Shadow's like right there, Shh.
Yeah, not a lot of
They
time.
weren't really thinking about that.
Not enough time to plan, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So
yeah.
they just had to work with what they had to work with.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they part of their plan, they need the Black Fairy's wand. This was another fairy that Blue had exiled. What is she, just like exiles fairies like all the time?
I don't like the way you're
Willy-nilly.
looking at me.
All
Exiled.
willy-nilly.
I don't like your hair today. Exiled.
Who is a
Yeah.
Black Fairy? Like,
Yeah, I want to know who that is.
we're probably gonna hear about. We're not gonna see her, but we're maybe in a flashback or something. We're gonna hear her name and all that stuff eventually. Like maybe she's a thing in the new Enchanted Forest.
Yeah.
Maybe she's the Wicked Witch.
Ooh.
Regina?
Ooh, like from Oz. Like
yeah.
from Oz. Wow.
Yeah.
But that's a
You gave
witch,
Chris-
not a fairy.
You gave Cleo and I
No,
the
she
ooze at the
doesn't-
same time.
She doesn't have her wings.
I was thinking more of the line of Maleficent.
No, Maleficent.
No.
There's no. She's a witch. She's a human witch. She's not a fairy.
And so is the Wicked Witch of the West.
She's
Yeah,
also
The name witch is in her name.
well because she doesn't have her wings anymore, so she just took on the name Witch. But we do know that Maleficent is human because she had the same kind of change as Regina, as Cora, as all the other evil witches that we've seen in the Enchanted Forest.
Pixie dust is powerful. Could have turned
Yes,
her
it is.
human.
It's very, very, very powerful.
Could have turned her
Yeah.
human.
It's not Maleficent.
No.
It's not the
As
Wicked
much as
Witch.
we'd like it to be, it's not Maleficent.
I don't think it's the Wicked Witch either.
There's rumors that the Wicked Witch is coming.
I haven't heard any rumors whatsoever about Wizard of Oz at all.
Well, did you guys see the promos? No?
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of? Don't they kind of say it?
I didn't see a promo.
Me
Oh,
neither.
I haven't seen
yeah. There's a trailer promo for the next episode.
Really? I missed
Yeah.
that.
I linked it in the document you got open right there at the end.
Well, I will.
Well, that's
I will look
we
at
haven't
it
gotten
later.
to the end yet.
Yes, I started at the
Oh.
beginning.
it.
Oh, okay. I thought you maybe read them. Never mind. I'll shut up now.
No.
That picture is on their official website.
Yeah.
Well, on Facebook.
The Black Fairies.
I
It makes sense that
totally didn't think of that though. That's pretty freaking
that.
cool.
I mean, they don't explain in the Wizard of Oz we know and love today, and some of the other tellings that the Wicked Witches. There's two of them are actually related to the Good Witch, and the Good Witch is actually a fairy. She has wings. So it makes sense that the people.
They were like stepsisters or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're related somehow. It would make sense that they
Were
would
they
throw that.
related?
Yes. Okay. No. It would
Have you
make.
watched the
The
Great
Wicked Witch of the
Powerful Oz?
West and the Wicked Witch of the East were related.
Okay. Let
Yeah.
you were
North
listening.
was not.
It would make sense for the writers for Once Upon a Time to make them related, so that they could make the Wicked Witch a fairy.
They were related anyway.
Glenda was not in the Wizard of Oz.
Marriage.
I understand
No.
what Umi's saying, but Glenda and the Wicked Witch of the West were not related anyway.
In the original tellings of Wizard of Oz and the actual show we've seen, like from whenever it was, the 1930s. There's no way that anyone can make that connection because it was never ever vocalized at all that they were related at all. There was the Wicked Witch of the East and the Wicked Witch of the West. They were sisters.
Right.
To throw Glenda into that mix makes sense for these writers now.
Right, but I was just I'm agreeing with you,
I think-
but I'm disagreeing with Mike. Is my point. Mike
Yeah.
was saying that
I
they
never-
are
I never
related.
No, I was saying I thought you were disagreeing earlier about the East and the West, and I was
No.
saying those are related.
Those are
No.
related.
No,
He
we're
did-
talking about Glenda.
I know Glinda's the fucking overarching bad guy villain of that story. Don't get me
I
started.
agree.
But they better do that in this show that she's like a villain because yeah, she is.
This is where we say Mike has selective hearing because he didn't hear Dom say that the Wicked Witch of the West and the Wicked Witch of the East were related at one
I
point.
heard him say that after I made my point.
I have a headache.
I like headaches. I have a headache in my stomach. So we have a flashback to the pre-curse. Snow White Charming giving up Emma. They kind of come to an understanding that they both did the same thing for their children. Kind of a little parallel going on with Rumple and Pan. Rift is probably never gonna heal, is it?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Nope.
It seemed a little, I want to say redundant because we've kind of seen that whole Emma Snow thing before. Didn't we already see that like season
Yeah.
1?
Yeah, that was
But
a
it-
flashback that happened before.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like they were any closer to understanding each other. Like it didn't seem like Emma was starting to forgive Snow.
Right.
Here it kind of seems like they're healing.
Well, in this flashback, they actually give you a little information about the Black Fairy's wand, and I think that was the purpose of the flashback because that was probably the only time that Emma, Snow and Charming or anybody else would have heard of it from the Blue Fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So, Hook. Hook. Where's the hook?
Hook.
Yes.
So pretty.
So he's looking for the dagger, and we start getting a little Hook and Tinkerbell backstory going on.
Oh yeah.
That had to happen.
Yes, it did.
So, you think this is a little peek at things to come?
I think Hook is really still stuck on Emma, but Hook's not exactly the type that'd be completely committed. He gets turned down and he wants to go for Tank like the second he's drinking and all
The
that.
second he gets drunk, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, screw Emma. Tank's pretty available over there, and I'm pretty sure I can swindle her out of her pants, but
Whoa. What,
it doesn't happen.
Swindle her out of her pants.
swindle?
Like,
Was she even wearing pants?
Yeah.
She's a
She wears
fairy,
pants.
doesn't she wear those fairy skirts?
No, she's
she doesn't
not.
have pants.
Even, yeah, you see it now. She's kind of wearing like a Peter Pan outfit. She's got tights on and.
Swindle her out of her pants.
Mhm.
So he's going to steal her pants.
Well, yes, because she's gonna be out of them, so he's gonna take them, and be like, I can't do anything now, except
Walk
Screaming.
around with no pants on.
I'll hook you, baby.
Oh God.
What a
I'll
hookup.
hook your. Oh my god.
Hook up.
Oh,
Oh.
that hurts.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
So,
Kill Mike.
so Mike's dying. Clap if you believe.
Oh, fucking suck.
Hey, your wife was the one not clapping.
No,
She
I
was-
was clapping.
I was
was
the
clapping.
one not clapping.
She was clapping louder than the rest of you.
Yeah. I'm glad that was a thing. I'm glad
I
that
do
just
believe in
that
fairies.
so
Even the butterflies.
so not only do you guys believe in Mike right now, but Tinkerbell believed in herself and she started flying again.
Mhm.
And then she killed the shadow.
Wings.
She
Not
just
with
went
your wings.
Yeah.
she just went nuts. She just snapped and lures the shadow into the coconut
Candle.
And that candle thing.
the coconut candle and then burns it.
Throws it in the brazier, which is in a convent.
She
A
throws
lit
it into her chest.
No.
A lead brazier.
Oh.
And the bodice is just on fire.
No,
How
but
the
it was
fuck
on
ever
fire.
you pronounce it? She threw it in there. It was on fire, and it was in the convent, and a funeral home where
A church.
No, that was
Mother-
true. Yeah, that
Why
was
would
true.
I can understand lighting a candle in respect, but a whole fucking thing
Yeah.
with a huge burning.
They were at a
Fire.
church. Did you not see them like duck for cover to hide from the shadow in the pews? Like,
No.
come
My
on.
point is that thing that was burning was not necessary in that situation.
No, I agree.
I grew up
But,
Catholic and I went to church 1,000
sure was
times, but the word
useful.
pew.
It was useful though. Yes, I do
What?
agree.
I just love the
But
word pew.
Now that Lou got her shadow back because the shadow's gone, does that mean everyone else gets their shadow back?
I asked the same question. Ask
So-
Gomi how I reacted. Like,
So
it makes
Tamara,
sense.
Matter.
Tamara's alive now?
No,
no,
tomorrow
Tamara
Or not
died.
Tamara, the other one.
be Greg.
Greg.
Yeah, okay.
Greg,
But
would-
he's stuck in He's stuck in Neverland.
he's stuck
I
in
think that it's sort of a she only just got killed thing where there was
Yeah.
time enough for her shadow to come back.
That makes
There was time
sense.
for her shadow to come back because her body wasn't rotting.
But
Yeah.
is Pan's shadow actually gone?
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
burnt by the light. There's no coming back from that.
It seemed to have gotten vaporized.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm going for.
I guess.
And technically, it wasn't his shadow.
Oh, I think it
Yeah,
was
you're right.
his shadow.
No, it was the shadow.
The shadow.
Because the shadow was on, in Neverland before Pan was.
he was ferrying children there, like in their dreams. So
Maybe
Right.
Pan took control of the shadow.
Yeah, it is possible that Pan took control because I don't see the actual the shadow. He was kind of pissed off that Pan, as older self,
Well-
was there in the first place.
You know what? We haven't heard Pan's shadow speak.
You're right.
We only
That was
heard the
the
shadow
shadow.
speak
The
in a
shadow.
flashback.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Yeah, but the thing is, the shadow that we equate with Pan is this. I mean, Rumpel's shadow looks different. And the shadow that we equate with Pan looks the same as the one that speaks, so it's logical to assume that it is the same shadow.
It is, yeah.
And that it is actually not Pan's, but the islands. But Neverland's.
But but it was also stated that Pan removed his shadow.
I guess. I don't know.
So that would make 2 shadow entities.
Bit of confusion there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't seen a different looking shadow
Right.
besides
Right.
Rumple's. So
Right. So that's where I'm super confused. But we do know that the shadow was on the island before Pan cut his shadow off. So there is that shadow. That shadow exists, and that shadow is voiced by Marilyn Manson. We also know Pan cut his shadow off. So
it could be that, Pan cut his shadow off and said, kind of like melded it with the shadow, so it was his shadow and it had its own like mind that can go off and do things, and like it was obvious that the shadow that we associate with Pan's shadow in Storybrooke found out about the plan and acted on its own accord. It never went to Pan and told him.
Mm-mm.
So it is possible he kind of melded the shadows together, so it was its own entity, but at the same time it was his and he could command it to do certain things.
yeah, that's something I'd like a definitive answer on. So
Yes.
somebody out there watching, go up on one of those Comic-Con panels and ask them what's the deal with the shadow.
Yes.
We need a definitive answer.
Yeah.
So would you guys, were you happy for Tink?
That she,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, her confidence came back.
And
Definitely.
the Blue apologizing to her for everything was just icing on that cake.
Totally knew Blue was coming back. Didn't know how,
yeah.
but she was coming
was wrong.
back.
Yep.
I was wrong.
Then we finally get the Henry switch back. So we have Henry and Pan now instead of Pan Henry and Henry Pan.
Yeah.
It's Henry and Pan.
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 Sounds like a dance.
Isn't Pan like a Pokemon?
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Your knowledge of Pokemon is woefully in. Yeah.
Well, if there was
There's
a
a-
Pokemon named Pan, it would say Pan.
There's a Mocha named Pee-Pee.
There is a Mocha.
I don't even know what's happening with us anymore.
There is a Mocha named
Chrissy, I'm
PP.
with you there.
Play Monster
I have no
Galaxy.
idea what's going on.
Play Monster Galaxy, and you will catch a PP. With his endless stream.
All day long.
Oh god.
So, Pan is back, and Henry's back. But we finally get to see the Rumple Pan kind of face-off going on. He snaps the bracelet on him, and basically issues his threat. He's going to kill him, whatever. He's going to make him suffer.
Yeah.
Were you guys shocked when Pan just ripped the bracelet off?
I kind of wasn't expecting that.
No, not really. I mean, I didn't see any significance with the bracelet when it came to Pan, because Pan seems to, squeeze himself out of every situation. I mean, he's powerful enough to just, he didn't need any help casting the curse, whereas Regina had to go get help from Rumple, and she had to do this and that and that and this, get all the other evil peoples together and take a piece of them and put them together for the curse. So, I mean, Pan just, all he needed was the heart of Felix, and he did it. So he's much more powerful than, everybody else, and that bracelet just, I mean, his magic wasn't really his magic in the first place.
I mean, I wasn't like, yes, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't shocked. Like, oh
No,
my
I
god.
wasn't
I was
shocked.
kind of like, huh.
That makes sense, yeah.
I did for a minute forget that he was the one that made the bracelet, so
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
I did go,
had
God
never
damn it,
known.
Rumple, you didn't think.
I know.
Right.
I was like, stupid.
Damn it, Rumple.
Usually he's good about that and covers his bases all the
Yeah.
time, and he I don't know, maybe it was because they didn't have a lot of time, maybe he got caught up in the excitement,
Maybe,
but
Yeah, I think that's the only point. I think there's just not enough time for him to think things through like he usually does.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who here thought Rumple was actually going to cut off his hand?
I thought
I
he was going
did.
to chop his arm off.
I totally
did.
thought it. I was like, because it had the sword and he's putting his hand on the desk. I'm like, oh, he's cutting his hand off, man. He's totally doing that shit. I would have
Yeah.
had so much more respect for him if he did that, but whatever.
That
Just
would have
stabs his own
been
dad in the back.
that would have been the second person that Pan made someone lose a
True.
limb.
Mm-hmm.
So
Actually, technically, Rumple did that.
To Hook.
Oh, right. Hook. Right.
Rumple is one that cut off Hook's hand.
oh yeah.
Rumple's the crocodile.
Yeah, that's right. So
Talk.
it would have been
Right?
even better for Rumple to cut his own hand off
Yeah.
and
A
Hook,
hand for a
Hook to
hand.
kind of
In
get like this
retribution.
last little laugh out. But yeah.
It's not even a
So
laugh, but good.
yeah, so Rumple, as soon as they were all in danger, he came to the rescue and sacrificed himself for the greater
Yeah.
good.
That sucks. I like him.
Yeah.
Do you think he's
He'll be
gone?
back. No. He'll
Yeah,
be
he'll be
back.
Yeah.
I was actually reading some comments, and it said that, you know what, Rumple is going to be back because he's actually casted in 56 episodes. So, for him to be gone...
Fucking
see-
IMDb ruins everything.
Flashbacks. He could be casted in those episodes just
Right.
for the flashbacks.
He could.
That's a lot of flashbacks.
But you know what it is?
There's a lot of story.
At the end, how they put it, that it'll be as if the storybook never existed and all that stuff, you know?
Mhm.
It'll whatever. So it's probably going to be in this whole timeline, it just got wiped out.
Well, now,
No.
will the storybook people retain their memories?
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
if they just...
Obviously, they
if they
do.
just...
Look at the end.
Hook remembers.
Hook remembers,
Hook
yeah.
remembers.
But he wasn't originally from the Enchanted Forest. He was actually from a timeline of the present day. Like, you know,
He was in
our
Neverland.
he went to Neverland at one point. But he was in Old English time, which is our timeline just way back when. So he wasn't originally from Enchanted Forest
We
or any of those.
never confirmed that. We actually had
No.
kind of a disagreement on that.
Well,
They never say exactly where he's from, because if he wasn't from there, then he wouldn't have gone back when she
Yeah, we never found out.
when she disrupted and sent them all back. He would
no.
he would have stayed there.
We
if-
never found out
if Emma-
what king
if Emma-
Hook was
if
talking
Emma-
about, right?
if Emma was in behind the line when the curse came, it would have ate her too.
Right.
And you know, Henry, it wouldn't have affected Henry at all. Because, you know, Emma had ties to the Enchanted Forest and had been, you know,
She was born there.
she was
Right.
born there, and then she was sent to. She would have got taken in too. And
Well,
I think
if
Hook spent enough time in Neverland and all those other places that he eventually, because he's not exactly aged properly, because of all his journeys, he would be connected to this magic and he would be taken back with them,
Right.
which is exactly what happened.
I don't know, but the way that I guess so, just everything was undone for Emma and Henry, and not everybody else. They're all retaining their memories.
That's
That's what
how
it
it seems.
That's what it seems. Because all
So
we
far-
all we have to base this off of right now, for sure, Hook comes to Emma's door and says,
Mhm.
"There's a problem with your family. I need your help to deal with your family." And Emma's super confused because she has a whole new set of memories now that
Yeah.
Regina set for her, and she goes, "The only family I have is right here," and she's referring to Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And Hook goes, "There's no time to explain. You're not going to believe me anyway." And he leans in, and he kisses her. She kind of was
Nards
startled
him.
back, whatever.
Of
So
course.
do we
Kicks him in the
know?
nuts.
Do we know if because True Love's kiss is supposed to be the most powerful thing? Do you think this may have broken a spell?
No, it's not true love.
But did you also notice that Hook didn't have his hook? He had
No,
a
I
hand.
didn't notice that.
He had a hand.
Uh-huh.
It was gloved, but he had a hand.
So
He had
that
2 hands.
so
Holy shit.
so
I
maybe
noticed that.
but maybe like okay, so maybe they didn't retain their memories, right? But Hook, because he was born in a different land, a different realm, retained some of the memories or most of the memories because he wasn't exactly from the Enchanted Forest. So it is possible that he went back to Emma to say, "I need your help." Whereas Charming and Snow and Regina and Rumple, they're all at each other's throats again.
But
And
how did
Emma-
he come back?
No,
She
but
said we could never come back to each other.
If Rumpel
He has a ship.
sacrificed himself, so he's technically gone. So I'm assuming he's not in this timeline because what Rachel just said, he doesn't have a hook anymore. So that means if they went back to the timeline, Rumpel does not exist anymore and never cut his hand off.
If they went back to the story, the Enchanted Forest that was, Rumpel still existed. And, you know, it could have been possible that, you know, maybe Rumpel didn't become the Dark One, per se, or he didn't go down the same path. He didn't have a chance to cut off Hook's hand or anything, but...
It also could have been a fake hand. I didn't see it move, but, you know.
It could have been
He had a hand.
I mean...
So, are we going by Jumanji rules here? Does this go back and reset back to the time of when the curse started? Is that when this is getting reset back? Or is this going back even further when Balefire was still younger and the timeline is at that point now?
That'd be,
Who knows?
That'd be
That'd be
screwed up.
weird.
But it is, I mean, the fake hand thing, that makes sense,
Ew.
because you can't exactly walk around Boston with a hook.
Yep.
That was New York.
So, was it New York?
It was New York.
Okay, whatever.
Either way, you can't walk.
You live there.
You live here now.
I don't care.
Arr.
It didn't look like New York to me. I just saw the inside
You know
of
where
an
this
apartment.
lady lives.
And
Arr.
she was originally from Boston, so it makes sense that I would make that automatic connection. I wasn't
Yeah.
really paying attention.
At first, I thought it was 2 in the night. I was like, oh no.
Well, no, she was originally from Maine.
No, she was
That's-
originally
that's
from
where
the
she was
Enchanted
from.
Forest.
No.
Ugh.
Yeah,
She-
if we want to
she-
go that, be that, you know.
She was
literal.
dropped off in Maine, so in this world, she was from Maine.
Well, she had her adult life in Boston, is what I'm getting at.
But wasn't Henry and Balefire, weren't they living in New York? So she had to have lived in New York for a period of time.
Yeah. Emma was everywhere. She was the
I think
streeter.
she left New York to flee from Balefire. So
knows?
No, wasn't that Tallahassee? Or
that's lost.
So did she ever get sent to jail?
no?
By
Because she went to jail because of Balefire.
yeah, that
Well,
was
her timeline
yeah,
didn't
she had to-
reset.
she
She's
wouldn't have
still
remembered
in.
that.
Yeah.
She's still living after the fact that all of this happened. Like this all happened still. She just doesn't remember it. Regina gave her different memories, so her timeline's still intact. Everything that already happened happened.
all the stuff connected to Storybrooke disappears and is replaced by something else.
Right.
Yeah, but does she
Balefire
remember
Neil
that-
still existed. She still got pregnant by Neil, but she
Right.
doesn't remember him in the storyline memories
Right.
or the
Yeah, I was gonna
Storybrooke
say,
memories.
does she even remember him now? That'd just gonna be weird.
The way she
Yeah.
remembers it, she never gave Henry up for adoption.
Mm-mm. That's where the memories stopped. That's where the new memories started, and you know, her story changed
Oh,
basically.
can I ask why didn't Regina give her new memories of Storybrooke? If she's able to give
Because-
people new memories, can't she just be like, "Oh, here's Storybrooke too"?
Because Storybrooke doesn't
Yeah,
exist
Storybrooke's
anymore.
gone.
Storybrooke is completely gone.
She could have had a memory of it.
No.
No, that would be a
It's
flaw
not
in Regina's
gone.
plan.
And she probably tried to go back there, and everyone will think she was nuts because it's gone. It's never
Yeah.
been
Not
there.
only gone
Never
from
existed.
that, it's gone from mind. It's no longer.
Even like the Darlings, they don't freaking
They-
remember.
But where did the Darlings go?
The Darlings went back to England.
Yeah, they never.
Or did everybody
Enchanted
get
Forest.
warped to the Enchanted Forest?
Everybody in the line of Storybrooke got warped
We
back.
don't know.
Right. That's the
Well,
thing.
it seemed like there was the red line on the road, and you could see when the
Right. They
the
got
first hit,
but they
it was
got
like-
warped back somewhere. But we don't know if they went back to their own place. We don't know if they're all in the Enchanted Forest. We don't know if the timeline was reset. We don't know if they played Jumanji. Like we don't know what's going on.
Oh, we will find out at one point.
If the timeline's reset, then maybe Rumpel's back, but Hook not having a hook means maybe it was
But then
altered.
that means Pan's back, and
Fake hand. I'm
This
gonna go
is-
with the fake hand.
Pan never
I think
fails,
I-
remember that.
Pan failed.
Pan
Pan
never
guts.
fails.
But I mean, it could also be a thing like when the curse was enacted the first time. Charming died. Charming got stabbed, and he was dead. But it was so close to the curse taking effect that he was just in a coma, but he was still alive.
Yeah, his consciousness consciousness was kind of like locked in limbo for a while until Snow
Until-
gave him that true love's kiss and woke him up.
Yeah. So they could be something like that, and Rumple and his father might not be dead.
And Belle will,
Dead.
wake up Rumple. hmm
Oh my god, so many theories.
There are so many theories right now.
Which one, let's go around. Which one do you think is more plausible? Umi starts.
Plausible as in where everybody's at right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think everyone got shipped back to the Enchanted Forest, basically, in their respective parts. As far as like Hook goes and everything, he really doesn't belong to a part anymore. So he probably just got put back with Snow and Charming, wherever where he had the biggest connection, maybe with Balefire. Who knows? And as far as their memory, it would be nice to know that their memories are retained, because there'd be a lot of twists and turns, and just it would make no sense if they didn't remember what happened in Storybrooke. Emma obviously will get her memory back, and she will try and succeed getting her way back to the Enchanted Forest, save her family, however, which way it's going to happen, or how they're, what their trouble is. I really hope that, Regina, even though it's not going to be something that Henry wants, she kind of goes back to doing the evil dark magic again.
Clio, what do you think?
I don't fucking know.
You have no idea whatsoever where they might go with it.
Everything we said is possible. None of it makes.
I'm saying you personally.
sense.
Which one do you
I don't
personally
know.
think?
I don't know, because they all make some bit of sense, but it doesn't make a full picture, so I have no idea. There's only so much wild speculation I can run with before I have to just say I don't know.
Before we go on to Mike, I have a question. They did say that Cruella de Vil was going to be showing up. Where the hell does she fit?
Pongo.
Purple.
Well, she is living in New York now.
It is
Maybe.
possible. Yeah.
She's a real world villain.
Maybe.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
To have a real world villain start as real world and work their way into the story for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something they haven't done yet. That'd be a nice change of pace.
It would.
The only thing that's going to make me sad is that it's not Glenn Close playing her again.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
not.
great.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Mike, which one do you think is more plausible?
I'm crispy on this one with the wild speculation. I mean, every single one of those theories has a little bit elements that make sense. It's just tough for me to figure out which one I like better to run with, because, I mean, right now they're all plausible. We don't have enough information. So, I mean, for all I know, the whole thing reset, like, the curse took effect again, wiped out Storybrooke. Emma and Henry have new memories of what happened, in their life. Emma's happy with him, and, for all I know, that could be it. That's the extent of the reset, and all the Storybook people are back in the Enchanted Forest with all their memories.
Didn't Regina say with the wipeout of Storybrooke, all their memories were going with it?
No, she said
The memories of
once-
Storybrooke.
Right.
Once they cross that line, that her memories are gone.
I thought everybody
No.
that was in Storybrooke.
Everybody's memories of Storybrooke would disappear.
Yeah.
So that's everybody. So that basically means they're back to square one. All of this progress Regina made as a person is just wiped out.
Right.
I think they remember. That's my personal thought.
No, but
There's got to be a loophole somewhere, because, like I said, it'd be really awkward for Regina to go back to her full evil self.
But she became not evil because of Henry. And she even stated that, I have no regrets because it brought me my son. Now, she said that the part of, stopping it requires her to give up something she loves.
Well, giving up can mean just, leaving him there, which is what she did, or completely forgetting him.
Or completely forgetting about him.
Yes.
Which is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's what happened, and now she's just back to being the same friggin'
Evil witch.
raging twat that she was.
Oh my god.
When
Whoa!
excuse the strong language, but
I think that her giving up him was what she had to give up, not giving up her memories of him. I think they still have their memories.
I'd like to believe that too, because
I'm almost positive Regina said that they would not retain their memories.
if you know what, I would like them to retain some part of it, whether they don't remember Storybrooke, but they are the same changed people because of Storybrooke.
It's kind of impossible to keep your
Yeah,
changes if you don't remember how you made them.
You're right. I just don't want them to all go back to the way they were. That just seems.
Yeah, that's why I don't think.
Seems
I don't
really
think
dull
they're.
to me.
That's why I think they're gonna remember. They're gonna keep
Maybe
their memories.
at this point, they don't remember. But the moment Emma gets back into the Enchanted Forest, that part of the curse is gone, and they remember again. Just kind of like Storybrooke in the very beginning.
It's possible, but something triggered Hook. Hook knows. He knows Emma.
Like I said before, it might be
He knows
that
who Emma's
he was-
parents are. Or her family, rather.
He might have, retained some of the magic. Might not have affected him the same way because he's not exactly from the magical realms like Enchanted Forest, Wonderland, Neverland, or anything. He's actually from a real world kind of thing.
I'd like to see them remember everything, go back to the Enchanted Forest, and try to live their lives, like try to run the Enchanted Forest in a different way now.
Because we never found out where Hook was from. We didn't find out if he was going for somebody from the Enchanted Forest running through the kingship there, or if it was like King Edward or whoever.
Yeah.
See,
it could also have been another realm. It could have been another Neverland or another Enchanted Forest or another. He could have been from another realm. He didn't necessarily have to be from England.
Right.
Yeah, he could have been for somewhere completely different, because all we know is he was sailing for a king who wanted a dangerous plan to end a war.
Right.
And, I mean, the ship was generic. The uniforms were generic. I mean, there were no identity. Yeah, you kind of got a British feel from them, but, there was a generic ship, generic uniforms, and he had a magic sail. So that kind of ixnays the whole from this realm thing.
Not necessarily.
No.
Not necessarily, but
magic things are brought from realm to realm all the time.
Right.
I'm aware of that. I'm saying it just pushes it a bit aside for me that he's from this realm. I'm not against the possibility. I'm not saying that it's completely impossible. I'm just saying I'm leaning the other way.
Okay. Because I'm really bugged about it, I went back to the end, and she said I have to say goodbye to the thing I love the most. She didn't say give up.
Goodbye to Henry.
Well,
So,
give
yeah,
up,
she has to
goodbye,
be-
that's the same thing, because
Not necessarily.
goodbye could mean, she has to leave him, or goodbye means she has to forget him completely and say goodbye right at that point. Like,
I definitely know they're going to see each other again. I'm more concerned with whether or not they're what Regina said in regards to the memory. So, I don't know.
I mean, there's always a loophole, and I think this is where a big one comes into play.
Yeah. I don't know. But next episode 12, is called The New York Serenade. I did not get a chance to watch this teaser, so Chris, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
It shows that we're gonna see Aurora and Philip again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It also shows that we're gonna get a new villainess, the Wicked Witch, Alphaba. It shows her pretty blatantly. Alphaba, the Wicked Witch of
That's
the
her
West.
name.
What?
I thought her name began with an N.
No, her name is Alphaba. Well, okay, it might be mixing up the Wicked version. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say the one from Wicked, I'm almost positive begins with an N.
The one from Wicked is Alphaba.
Yeah, she's right. I saw Wicked too. It's Alphaba.
Oh no, it begins with an E.
Alphaba. From Wicked? I know all of the songs, so...
Yeah,
Whether that's her
maybe.
name in the...
I don't know.
Whether that's her name in the actual story, I don't know. But are you really checking my work on this?
No.
No, her name's
I'm-
Elphaba in Wiccan. I know that. I'm looking.
I'm
She's
trying to
also
remember
goes
the
by
Wizard of Oz.
in Tin Man. She's Ascadelia, and in Oz the Great and Powerful, she's Theodora.
Yeah, but in
So
that's not.
I know. None of them are.
In Tin Man, that's a completely different.
I know.
Tin Man's not Wizard of Oz. It's
The
in that
wonderful
world.
world of Oz, she's known as Mamba.
What?
Yeah. And then in Her Majesty the Scarecrow of Oz, or His Majesty the Scarecrow of Oz, she's Mombi. And then
Okay.
in the Emerald City, she's
Alright,
Bastinda.
regardless, it's the Wicked Witch.
Yeah.
It's
Whatever
clearly the
Wicked Witch.
She's had many names.
She's
Every
clearly
single
the Wicked
variation
Witch.
of it, she has a completely different name.
Okay.
This list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different names. So yeah, that's a little ridiculous. But yes. So
Let me see her. Is there any more?
I mean, I think that's it. My mind just shut down when I saw the Wicked Witch. So
was she
Yeah.
played by the same actress as the one from Supernatural?
no, it's another actress from Lost.
Is it the one that we already were talking about?
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
she
I
have
forget her
green
name.
skin.
Forget her name. No, the redhead.
Yes.
The redhead. I forget her name. And I forget what character she played. She played one of the soldiers that came onto the island for Lost. But yeah. So this when we get this back, we're coming back in January with this, the end of or March?
March 9th.
March 9th. Wow, that's
Wow, that's wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a ways to go. So March 9th, we will be
What
back.
are we gonna do?
We will
We'll cry and poop our pants.
We're gonna cry.
we better invest
Oh,
in
we
some adult diapers.
Depends.
Yes. Omikins. Where can the people find your diapers?
No.
No, she's like, no.
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYvenom24.
With her diapers.
No.
Clio, where can the people find your diapers?
Here.
Here, all the poopy diapers.
I'm not saying it. I'm too tired. It's just right here.
YouTube at
Yeah.
that one, and then all the other ones at Clio Moto.
Mike, where can the people find you?
There.
At Villagerin.
On Twitter. Sev, where can the people find you? Rachel.
They
Sorry.
can find you right here on Twitter.
Is Dom taking a
Savannah17.
vow of silence right now?
No, he just wants her to say all that crap.
Dom, where can the people find you and stuff?
You're gonna find me out Salvador.
Is he just ending the show?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ridiculous.